Hi guys! Woo! What's up guys? We're missing the TheSirenSims and welcome to my update series. Okay, so in my What's Cooking series first episode, I told you guys that I would be making updates to all of my Let's Play series as I'm redoing my mouse folder and slowly but surely figuring out things that I know I'm about to stick with. Got my default skin that I know I'm gonna stick with, so I decided to see if I could, update majority of the sims I'll be using with this skin, and it's been going well. Not exactly for this particular one because we remade 3 people here and one of them I had to make a specific skin for. So just to get into it, it's going to be the introduction. After this, the next video you will see of Betty Noir and the Store World Legacy will be the 3rd episode. I'm currently workshopping the new thumbnail because she looks completely different now, so I have to at least change the character on the front. I'm updating it piece by piece and I'm liking how it's looking. I liked how it looked originally, honestly, to be honest with you, but it's time for a change. So let's just get into it really quickly. This is going to be the intro. Next up, we'll be talking about the Create a Sim one by one. In between each Create a Sim, there will be music for you to relax and do something else, and then I will come back after each Create a Sim and talk. And lastly, there will be a house makeover because as it pertains to this the save file, it's not showing up in my game, so I'm just starting over. I'm doing everything back. I'm not gonna start everything over. I'm just gonna do everything that I did already, get all the skills up to where I already had them off screen, and just do some b-roll of that, and that will probably be like a short little mini where are we at in the very 3rd episode is gonna come. So yes, see you in the next one. Okay, so first Create a Sim, obviously we have Betty Noir. I showed her to my sister just yesterday. I was like, oh, look at this. Does this look like an actual person? It's like, yeah, it's just really pretty. And I was like, this is The Sims 3. And she was like, The Sims 3? Wow, this new CC really got y'all making some pretty Sims. And I'm like, the CC game has been elevated, okay? I had got this idea for her look, at least the top half of her look, from Tumblr. There was somebody who had like a sim that gardened who had this babushka scarf wrapping, and I thought to myself, I want to do that, so I did it. So yeah, this is an inspired look. I didn't come up with this by myself. I thought it was really cute, and it's similar to what she was doing before. So as you guys know, when I make a sim, I like to stick to a certain theme, and I couldn't stick to it all the way, but here it is, right? Obviously her hair is short, but because her hair is short, let's just go with the story that she wears hair extensions every now and then, and her hair will look a little bit longer here and there when it's not really that long, or she'll wear a wig that makes her hair look longer than it actually is. So that's the story we're going with. And I know you guys are like, wait, I thought you said you hated using the words. Let's just go with that story. This is why I do update videos like this and get ready for an LP with me. That's why I do videos like this, because these are the videos where I can give you guys a little bit of the ins and outs of how I'm doing the story without having to go within the gameplay and say like, oh, while I'm playing, oh, she's just wearing a wig. Like, sure, maybe I can say that, but you're not gonna catch me saying, let's just pretend this or let's just pretend that. We're not doing that, okay? So I'm doing it here so that those of you who care know what's going on and will understand it. So I decided to color match her, put on the beautiful yet dreaded sour lemon similar mask. Now I say dreaded because it's really hard to color match with it. However, I found a way to color match with it as well. So I've color matched it. It looks incredible on her. This mask, it gives your sim a 4K face, like a realistic, not just realistic, because there's some realistic that don't really look that good, realistic and pretty. face. So I added that on. And I decided to give her, the cute finger waves, so that way she had hair under the babushka and under the scarf, and it wouldn't just be like, oh, I'm just put a hairline there and she bald. Like, no. And yes, technically, because the scarf is hat cider compatible, I could have given her a longer hair, but I don't know. She's just giving me short hair vibes right now, like hair that doesn't pass her shoulders at the very least. So just to get into her style, it's gothish, coquette cottage style. So that's why she still has those very dark tones with this really light, airy cutting of the fabric and everything, and the style of the clothing. So I decided to give her that baby girl, she noir and everything. Decided to sort of up her gothic level. As you'll see in this video, I really upped how gothic she is, because I feel like I did not do that very well in the beginning. I gave her tattoos to show that in the past she was kind of gothic, but now I'm just like, let me just do a little bit more than that. Let me give her a few piercings her and there, and let me sort of just like give her this sort of cute, like, I used to be a bad girl type of vibe, because it'll work really good with her being even in some type of way attracted to Don Lothario, which honestly might not even be a real thing, but we'll see. Anyways, just to go into the story, this will actually be connected to the Misa twins, not completely, just slightly. Obviously, she's gorgeous, so she used to be a model, and she knows one of the models in Bridgeport that are going to be friends with the twins in Rosé's way. So there'll be a slight machinima, okay, in the beginning of Story Legacy, which means it's gonna take a little bit longer to come out because I have to set up and make everything look cute. But I just wanted to tell you guys that little part of the story, that she is connected to them by a mutual friend. And so she looks beautiful. But yeah, I'm obsessed with how she looks. She looks so pretty. I was like, oh my god, I did my big one. My mother tried to shade me because she saw the sim and she was like, oh, why her lips look like that? Like before the makeover, right? And I was just like, do you know how many people downloaded this sim? Like, relax. Like a couple hundred people like downloaded Betty. So it's like, come on now. But here's what I'll say, guys. Please do enjoy the rest of this creative sim, and I will be right back to speak about both of her love interest. First off, starting with Lothario. Anyway, listen to the music and relax. we are up with Don Lothario. Not my favorite, especially not compared to how Akaza looks after the fact. But I remade Don Lothario, gave him the default skin, and the only reason I did that is because I'm like, okay, at first I tried to give Akaza the default skin, but it wasn't working out. I'll go into that more in depth in his part. But here I was like, okay, the only one who really needs a default skin is Dawn, because Dawn will be giving us our heir for the next thing. So within the Sword Legacy challenge, a part of it is have Don Lothario ruin your life, which means either fall in love with him and or have his baby. It really just means have a kid by him. That's how most people play it. They have his kid and they either try to stay with him and domesticate him, which is very difficult, or they have his kid and become a baby mama for him and they don't be with him. I am going baby mama route. Never ever hear me say that. But I am going the BM route with Don Lothario, so we'll be having his kid. I'm still struggling to figure out whether I want a boy or a girl. A lot of people have a boy for obvious reasons, especially since the second generation of Sword Legacy is sort of like a pirate romance type of thing. Like, oh, I was a vagabond until I met you, whatever. So they're like, okay, obviously a boy, but I'm seeing some CC floating around the ether that has been here for a while, plus 1 and 2 hair CC. That makes me think I might want our Lothario baby to be a girl, because I'm getting a lot of Pirates of the Caribbean vibes from some of this CC, and I would love to put them on a girl sim. So in my head I'm thinking girl, but maybe I can be swayed. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Yeah, so he's not my favorite in this video, which is fine. We're not trying to end up with him, but he's cute. And I feel like he looks better here than he did the first time I made him. As I am recording this, I'm realizing that I forgot to put facial hair on him. I hate putting facial hair on Sims, but it wouldn't be Don Lothario without facial hair, so I'll put in facial hair, and you'll either see it here in the video or you'll see it when we play the game, because you guys are gonna see Don in game, right? Yeah, I forgot to add facial hair on him, so I'm gonna add in the facial hair. It's fine. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about Don Lothario. On to more exciting stuff, but enjoy the music until we return. here we are. Now, Akaza Gardner. I love this man. I actually really like how he looked originally. A little clunky, but still very attractive, very cute. I think I upgraded him, but he also... I've gotten into K-pop a tiny bit, meaning I just like one K-pop band right now, and I'm realizing that he kind of looks like a little bit of a hybrid of one or two of the K-pop boys. But I'm not gonna say who. If you know, just say down below. It's oh god, I don't even know how I did that, because I don't usually do that. I usually make an amalgamation of things that I like. I don't normally like literally make like a fraternal twin of somebody, like a really close imaging of somebody. But anyways, Akaza, as you know, he'll be a doctor in Riverview that I'm gonna place as soon as we have Dawn's baby. Like, give the baby time to become a toddler. As soon as that little baby is a toddler and he can walk around for himself, we gonna start dating. We gonna start dating immediately. I'm gonna plop Akaza down into a very nice house. His last name is Gardner, so it fits in theme with us and makes everything easier for us personally. So she'll change from Betty Noir to Betty Gardner if they're compatible, which obviously they will be. I love them already. They're so cute together. Oh my god, he looks so good, she looks so good. It's heaven. I wish they were real. I wish it was a real TV show, which is why I like to play my games like stories, because you know, this is what I like to see. Anyways, before he looked a little different because I tried to give him the default skin that I'm using currently. That default skin is called Fresh Primer. It's by Cozy Girl Simmer. It's excellent. It's excellent. All of Cozy Girl Simmer's skins are excellent, but this is the first one she actually defaulted, so I took it. I asked her if I could take it, and she gave it to me because she is a very wonderful, generous person. But yeah, so I took it. And so what I've been doing, I've been going back and just like putting this skin on everybody and, you know, going back into my artistic bag, because one thing that having super alpha skins does, and Fresh Primer is like kind of a Maxis Match alpha mix where like it gives you kind of highlight and beauty that's not very Maxis, but it doesn't like give you full on as a real person. Like you would have to go into the makeup section and really do your thing there, you know, be really artistic and do your thing there with the layering to make them look super realistic. So I was deciding to do that with Akaza, but then I thought to myself, I missed the alpha skin that I had on him. I wasn't feeling how he was looking, and you guys are gonna see how he looked because I decided to add the whole process of what I was doing with him. You're gonna see how he looked before, in the middle when I thought I was done, and actually take a few pictures that I might just plaster up before I show the second half of what he looks like now. I was like, oh, there was just something missing. He would look cute in some pictures and just something missing in others, and I realized because I just didn't like how he looked all the way. You know, it wasn't giving, is this the love man of my life? Is the love interest, you know? So I decided to go back in, find the skin that he originally had, but just edit it a little, because obviously how he looked originally was not working, or I would have just seen him and left him. So I decided to take the skin, change the color, edit it around, play with the features, and I decided to use the features that I had when I remade him originally, but just use the alpha skin and play around with the layering of the different makeup to give him more defined features and stuff. And I love how it turned out. It's wonderful, and I can't wait to see what they're gonna look like together. Now, please let me know what you guys think about him down below, what you guys think about everybody that I remade so far. Now I'm gonna go into the last section, which is technically the build and buy section, the interior design section. I don't know why, like at first there's part of me I was like, all right, I put her in here, I don't really need to design nothing. I'm like, it's me, we are starting to design even just a little bit, even like bare minimum, like Bikini Bottom Legacy, like bare minimum designs, we're at least doing that. So we're just gonna get into it really quickly. See you there. last section, guys. Thank you so much for bearing with me and for being here. For those of you who made it to the last part of this video, you guys will get a special sneak peek of the brand new intro slash theme that I'm doing. I'm gonna use the same song because it fits, but you're gonna get like right back into that with me. When I decided to put her here, I decided that I was going to use some money to make the place look good. It's not going to look high-end because that would not be fair, but I did decide to like really use the Create a Sim tool and add in the coloring and layering. Obviously, she's very into black, she's very into green. It's all through there. She's very gothic, so her room is doing that. There was a garage that was there, but I overhauled it and just made a giant room. So obviously the spawn of Dawn Lothario can stay in that room. It can also be changed to like a guest room or something, but obviously we can cut the room in half of the wall and make a nursery, and she can do a whole bunch of stuff in there. I planned it to give her lots of stuff to do. I gave her the cannery station so she can make jams, pastries, she can bake, because I want her to do that stuff. She's gonna do the farm to table lifetime wish, and she's going to be a gardener, as you guys know. So it's a lot of at-home stuff, so I'm just trying to make her do all that. Also, because it's a long legacy and I have my own legacy that I'm playing with, I plan to do a lot of the building stuff off screen, and maybe just when I'm not in the mood to talk, film a little b-roll so you guys can get a what happened during type stuff, you know. She has a big property with a small house, so it is affordable, but I did use quite a bit of coin. Nothing over $20,000 though, so it really isn't like the most expensive thing ever. Obviously the story is she used the last of her modeling money to shove into this house, this starter home, and she plans to just stay here. And what I like is that it's big enough that the house can be built upon either in the back or just push it out a little bit in the back and then do an upstairs. There's a lot of stuff to do here. Obviously she has the cows, the chickens on the side, and then the other side we made a I don't know what it's called. It's this thing that will automatically water the plants and whatever, and then you can take up different dead plants and stuff for compost and seeds, and it's really cute, so I put it there. I might change that specific one and change it to another one, but it depends, right? So we're doing that. She has a yoga mat. You'll be able to see her doing yoga here and there. I decided to do that as well. At some points I forgot she's a technophobe and I almost made certain mistakes, but we're not gonna do that. She also likes to write in a diary, so I'm putting the journal mod so she can have fun writing in her journal. She is, you know, an outdoorsy person, but she does not like electronics, so she keeps herself busy baking, writing, sewing, and knitting. So couldn't get the sewing table in there at the time of this recording, but I will be putting it in there later on. So you'll be seeing her sewing, you'll be seeing her knitting like the little gothic granny that she is. I had a lot of fun doing this actually. I did most of this within the course of 2 days. We're making 3 Sims really heavily and remaking a house and just getting started for the Let's Play. It's gonna be really fun, guys, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. Yes, I'm gonna have her make friends, and once she gets that one best friend that is required, I will make that person over, and that will be its own video. I mean, technically we already have a best friend. I could try to find her back again, or we could just low-key start over a tiny bit, soft update, and find a new best friend. It depends. But yes, so please do enjoy the rest of this video and wait until the end for the sneak peek of the new theme song intro that I'm going to be doing. Also, as it pertains to the Create a Sim stuff, like, oh my god, where you get that Create a Sim background from? How come everything looks so different? Don't worry, I'm going to do a CC haul video showing you where you can get all this stuff too. Obviously I'm not going to show you how they look in game when I make that video because you've already seen it. But yeah, there's a lot of brand new things coming out in the community and we just gotta try them out. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and please do continue to enjoy the aesthetic music. Goodbye, my sires. Sue.